Today on the YY family, I'm going all the way into outer space to see falling stars.
Stars? Oh no!
And 100 million years into the past to watch fossils form. My mom's gonna take me for a ride around town so I can find out how birds fly. And my dad's gonna show me how a car works from the inside. And I finally get to find out what my grandpa means when he says I have my father's eyes. Hey guys, are we gonna have time for all of this? Come along with me and meet the smartest family in all the town. The YY family. Mom can make it plain to see that what goes up eventually comes down. The YY family. Come and meet the YY family. We got a lot of real know-how. Grandpa knows a lot about flying. Ask him and I'll show you now. Why do airplanes fly?
When I land, I'll tell you why.
Meanwhile, there's a dragon making some kind of a potion in a vat. The YY family. And Grandma's no stranger. She can teach you all the dangers found in that. The YY family. Max is a mechanical marvel. Why? I know copy kind of guy. Maybe he can show you the answer now. If you want to take a look inside. Everybody's in a lather.
Rushing, wondering what's the matter.
Every person hears a cry.
Rushes to the baby side.
What's the deal? What could it be? Just on the
YY family.
Why?
Who has all the answers about the sun and moon and stars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Who can tell us all about the atmosphere and Mars? That would be Zygo and Magic. Pick a spot in outer space, they've been all around the place. Zygo and Magic, here they come.
What is that, Grandpa Matic? Wow.
That, my boy, is a... Huh?
That came from the observatory.
Come on, you two!
We're doomed! The sky is falling!
The sky's not falling. Those are just falling stars.
Stars? Oh no!
What are falling stars?
Falling stars aren't really stars at all. They're meteors, pieces of rock that float in huge clouds around the sun. Though some can get as big as cars or even houses, most are very tiny. Every now and then the Earth passes through these clouds, and millions of meteors fall to Earth.
Millions of them? This umbrella won't do! Oh!
What in the name of Orion's belt is that?
This is my suit of rock. Harder than any of those meteors. Now I'll be safe.
Sorry to burst your bubble there, T-Rex, but our nearest neighbor in space, the moon, is made of rock. And over the course of its 4.5 billion year history, it's been hit by meteors over and over again.
Then we're doomed!
No, because we have a natural shield to protect us from all but the biggest meteors. Something the poor old moon doesn't have.
It's called the atmosphere.
The atmosphere?
Ha! The atmosphere is made of air. We're talking about rocks. Lots of them.
Now, Victor, rub your hands together.
Ooh, that's kinda hot.
When two things rub against each other, that's friction. And friction creates heat. When a meteor passes through the atmosphere, the friction from the particles of air causes the meteor to heat up.
And the faster a meteor rubs against the air,
The hotter it gets.
And those meteors go so fast that they get hot enough to burn up. So almost all of the millions of meteors burn up 40 to 50 miles above the Earth.
I want to see a meteor.
What is that?
It's my spacesuit.
Hey, look.
Hiya! I'm a meteor, and I'm about to enter the Earth's atmosphere. And if I don't burn up, I'll become a meteorite!
What's a meteorite?
And that's what you call a meteor that reaches the Earth without burning up.
Does that happen often?
No, and you should be glad for that.
Hey, wait a minute. What about the friction? Won't we burn up too?
Burn up?
no, Victor, we won't burn up because we've got a heat shield.
A heat shield?
It's a protective layer on the bottom of our ship that protects us from the heat of friction.
Sure wish I knew where I could get one.
Make a wish, Victor.
Well, why do you say that, Grandpa?
Well, they say that if you make a wish on a falling star, it will come true.
I wish Basalt would get rid of that suit.
A wish is a wish.
Oh! Oh! Ah!
How does it do this? How does it do that? Max is the one with the electronic knack. Machines are his thing, so don't go berserk. Max on the job. You'll find out how they work.
I've checked the carburetor, the starter, the battery.
How does the car work, Daddy?
Well, the internal combustion engine makes the car go.
The internal what?
Well, internal is a word that means inside. And you know, inside is exactly where we need to go to figure out what's wrong with this car.
Oh, all right!
First stop, the carburetor. Fuel and air are mixed together here. The resulting mixture is highly explosive.
That sounds a little scary, Dad.
No, it's a very small explosion. You'll see. The air fuel mixture flows through here, the intake manifold, down into the cylinders of the engine. This is one of the 4 cylinders in our car's engine. The air fuel mixture is sucked in through this valve when the cylinder's piston goes down. This is called the intake stroke. Then the intake valve closes and the piston pushes up to compress or squish the mixture of air and fuel. Brace yourself! The spark plug produces an electrical spark that explodes the mixture. This explosion is also referred to as combustion.
Is that why it's called an internal combustion engine?
Yep, the force of the explosion makes the piston go down.
So, how does all of this make the car go, Dad?
Let's go see. The pistons are connected to rods which are connected to the crankshaft. When the explosion in the cylinder pushes the pistons down, it causes the crankshaft to turn. It also pushes 2 of the pistons up to compress the fuel mixture in their cylinders.
This is how the engine's power gets to the rear wheels, right?
You're way ahead of me, Victor. This gear on the drive shaft turns those gears. They make the axle turn, and the axle makes the wheels turn.
And make the car go! Gee, Dad, a car isn't so complicated when you see how all the parts work.
That's right, Victor. Now, let's go figure out why the engine is having problems. With so many parts, it's hard to find out what's wrong.
Yeah, so what's the most important part?
Me, I make the explosion!
Without us pistons, your explosion is just a lot of hot air!
Yeah, but without a crankshaft, you boys are just spinning your wheels. Me!
Hey, come on, guys! Settle down! Hey, don't be like that! Can't we all just get along?
Knock it off! It sounds to me like you're all important. The engine won't work at all if any one of you has a problem.
You're absolutely right. And I noticed that while you were all bickering, we didn't hear anything from the spark plug wires.
Hey, fellas, what do you say we take this jalopy out for a test drive?
Hey, wait a minute! You can't... Hey, come back! My insurance doesn't cover this!
That's my dad.
Hey, the questions that you have are not too serious. The animals and plants are not so mysterious, so have no fear. Everything will be made clear. Vanilla, Quick, and Quack are here.
Hey, watch it.
Now, you watch it.
What are you two fighting about now?
Well, he started it. He stole my branch.
She started it. She stole my brand.
Look, Mom. I found a worm. What?
Hey, come back here with my worm.
Mom, how do birds fly?
Easy. We got wings.
There's more to it than that. There are some birds, like ostriches, that can't fly, even though they do have wings.
So what does it take besides wings?
Well, it's partly a matter of weight. If you were to x-ray a bird, you'd see that its bones are hollow, which makes them very light. Flying also requires some very powerful muscles. If a human were the same size as a the bird would be 10 times stronger.
It's not fair. I want to fly too.
Ready to take off?
You bet.
Then let's go.
Observe carefully the movement of the wing. When birds flap their wings, it pushes the air down, which enables them to take off.
It's not just the movement of the wings. The shape of the wings also makes it possible to fly. Let's look at an airplane's wing, which is designed to be similar to a bird's wing.
And doesn't have feathers to get in the way.
Right. The surface of the wing is curved. This curve makes the air above the wing move faster than the air below it. The air under the wing remains there for a moment, pushing the bird upwards.
Faster, Quack! Faster!
To accelerate, Quack folds his legs and cranes his neck and beak.
Less wind resistance that way.
Vanilla to Quack. Veer right at 2 o'clock. Over.
Got it. Over and out.
Quack uses his tail as a rudder when he wants to change his direction.
Quack to tower. Quack to tower. Request permission to land. Over.
Permission granted. And try not to mess it up this time. Over and out.
Watch how Quack lands. He unfolds his legs to ensure a soft landing, and now he spreads his wing and tail to slow down. Don't worry, I came prepared.
Hey! What's the big idea making me crash?
Making you crash? That's the only way you know how to land. Put up your hands for a second.
Some birds know how to make flying easier. Buzzards, for instance, use warm air streams to lift them up. Other birds work a little harder. Hummingbirds can hover in the air, but to do so, they have to flap their wings 90 times a second.
Ooh, that must be very tiring.
Ooh, just wait till I get my hands on you.
All right, come and get me. Don't Quick and Quack ever get tired?
Have you ever wondered why the salty oceans, lightning, thunder, what the earth is like down under? Why there's wind and snow and rain? Let Eartha and Basalt explain.
Yoo-hoo! Victor! Basalt! You can come out now! I finished hiding the eggs.
Eggs!
Hold on! Please, listen to the rules. Oh, sheesh. Whoop. You'd think they'd never gone on an Easter egg hunt before.
Victor's found one!
Sorry, boys. That's not an Easter egg. Huh? Oh, it sure looks like an egg. Well, what do you know? Victor has found a fossil egg! What's a fossil? It's what remains of an animal or a plant that lived millions of years ago. So, how does an egg become a fossil? Well, let's take a trip and find out. Oh, Basalt! Wow, a time machine. Driver, to the Cretaceous era. Where are we? Oh, we're still in our front yard, but this is what it looked like 100 million years ago.
Ooh, dragons don't like water.
Look, Victor, a shell. What are you doing? Putting it where we can keep an eye on it. Basalt, take us to the future. Now, what do you see? The shell has been covered up by the ground. Right! In time, the Earth hardens. The shell wears down very slowly until all that's left is an empty space. Shaped just like the shell! Bingo! Sometimes water seeps in and slowly fills the hole. Time passes, the water evaporates, leaving behind various sediments or minerals which harden into stone. It's like a statue of the shell. This process takes a very long time. Thousands upon thousands of years. And it only works for shells and eggs? Oh no! Bones fossilized? Tree trunks too! Anything hard! Sometimes there are fossils of entire animals. I'll show you. Ouch!
My egg! A mosquito!
Oh, perfect!
I'm so glad you think so.
Watch this tree carefully, Victor. Why? It belongs to the pine tree family, which means it produces sap. Ew! Ew, it's all sticky! Yep, and sometimes an insect, like this mosquito, gets trapped in it. Then the sap hardens, that's called amber, and the insect is perfectly preserved for millions of years. Phew! Home at last! Oh, look! Unbelievable! Now, if I didn't know better, I'd say that's a fossilized Easter egg.
My egg.
Basalt, wait! It's a fossil now!
Hiccup. Now he tells me.
You have seen nothing like this. With these two guys you can't miss. We wonder what's inside you. These are just the guys to guide you. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. These guys are in the know. Micro and Scopo.
See? He looks exactly like his mother.
Boulder Dash! He's his father's son, through and through!
Oh, there they go again.
Woman, you! That's hobnobbing fiddle
Excuse me! Get out. Why do kids look like their parents? Well, it's because they,
I think this is a job for Micro and Scopo.
So, you have a question about heredity, do you?
No. I just want to know why kids look like their parents.
That's heredity, Victor.
Those things that we inherit from our parents.
It's a question of genes, chromosomes, and DNA.
Do you know what he's talking about? Me neither.
Well then, why don't I show you?
Where are we?
Inside a human body, in the blood plasma. You see, I've made us so small, we can see individual cells.
Do our cells make us look like our parents?
Not exactly. You see, everything happens in the nucleus. That's the center of the cell. You see these little squiggly things here?
You mean those worms?
Those aren't worms. They're chromosomes. You see, they contain the genetic information that tells us what color hair to have, how tall to be. Anyway, let's get a closer look. We're looking for a DNA molecule. We shouldn't have any trouble finding them because chromosomes are full of DNA. Help me unravel this thing. DNA stands for
deoxyribonucleic acid.
Right. It's made up of chemicals called nucleotides that... well, it's easier to show you. You see, the particular arrangement of the nucleotides determines what we are. Person, plant, animal.
Yeah, they remind me of my building blocks.
Very good, Victor. DNA molecules are often referred to as the building blocks of life. When parents have a child, the mother's DNA and the father's DNA combine to form a new type of DNA. You see, that's what tells us what color hair to have, and how tall to be, you know, everything. Now then, this set of blocks tells this person to have floppy ears, and this set tells him to have a tail, and this one means wet nose. Wait a second. We're not in a person!
We're in a dog!
We're in Zygo!
If these blocks were rearranged in all the body cells, you'd have a different zygote.
You'd have a whole different animal. Cool! Scopo, no! You don't know what that might do!
This is fun!
Now let's go before you cause any more trouble! Victor!
I have to help Zygo!
Aw, he's cute, yes you are.
I got it. This one goes here.
Hey guys, why are we running? Oh,
Jethro?
The things I do for science.
Well, Victor, what'd you learn today?
Oh, tons of neat stuff. I learned that falling stars aren't stars at all. They're chunks of rock called meteors that burn up in the Earth's atmosphere.
And you should be glad for that.
And I learned that birds can fly because of the way their wings are shaped and because their bones are hollow and light. I learned that some animals and plants that lived millions of years ago were preserved as fossils. And I learned that kids look like their parents because of something called DNA,
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
which contains the information that makes us who we are.
Sounds like a pretty big day.
It was, but I still have plenty of questions left for next time.